Hello, I'm George Joseph, the Chair of the Family Services Executive Board. Welcome to the 2020 Family Services Virtual Annual Meeting. Let me start by thanking today's sponsors. There's no doubt that this past year has been filled with challenges, and we truly appreciate your commitment to keeping families connected. Our annual meeting will be a little different than in past years. While we wish we could see all of you in person, we continue to prioritize the safety of our employees, partners, clients, and all those who continue to support us. I'd now like to introduce the President and CEO of Family Services, Greg Loop.
Hello everyone, I'm Greg Loop, the President and CEO of Family Services of Northwest PA. I imagine attending virtual events like this has become somewhat the norm for most of you. For us, hosting a virtual event is brand new, and we appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. It goes without saying that this past year has presented many unique challenges to us all. Family Services of Northwest PA was designated as an essential service back in March, and we've remained operational since that time. All services transitioned to a telehealth format, and nearly all of our employees have been working remotely since that time. I'm proud to report that our team has remained committed to keeping people connected as we work hard to fulfill our mission to strengthen families and transform lives. Over the past year, we've had a number of successes, and I'm excited to share some of them with you. Thanks to a violence prevention grant from the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency, we were able to intensify our efforts to become a trauma-informed agency. The result will be a better client experience and treatment environment, which will result in better outcomes. The grant allowed us to contract with the National Council for Behavioral Health to assist in this process. This included a comprehensive evaluation of current practices and an agency-wide trauma training for all employees. Our management team also received training on trauma-informed supervision. Out of this process came the creation of a cross-sectional employee-driven team we call SEEDS. This team is leading the implementation of efforts to improve the use of trauma-informed principles across our agency. Most recently, our SEEDS team identified the need for training about historical trauma and social equity. Family Services recently launched a brand new website that is complete with new, exciting features and much faster load times. The website includes a new careers portal, updated event registration capabilities, a mobile experience that allows for easy navigation on all devices, and we invite you to check out our new website to see these and many other new features. Our foster care program is making great strides and has made gains beyond what we envisioned. In a few minutes, you will hear from one of our new licensed foster homes about their experience. During the pandemic, we continued to maintain digital connections by developing a weekly story time video feature through our Facebook page. Our independent living program recently expanded its partnership with Erie United Methodist Alliance to provide additional supported housing opportunities for youth transitioning out of placement and into adulthood. Despite the pandemic, we continue to focus on efforts on family safety. Utilizing telehealth to maintain connections with families, our behavioral health programs were able to meet goals related to family safety and stability. In Erie County, 100% of youth in our functional family therapy program were able to remain in the home. In Venango County, 100% of the families in our family behavioral health program reported no new instance of abuse or neglect. In Crawford County, 94% of youth receiving multisystemic therapy were able to remain in the home and out of placement. Our behavior intervention specialists working in Erie's public schools and Pencrest School District went above and beyond to assist students with reductions in behaviors that interfere with academic success. With school closures, workers were able to maintain connections with students and families despite being able to interact face-to-face. During a time of uncertainty, our workers utilized the relationships they had already developed with students to offer additional support. Our outpatient clinic received a state grant to develop an educational trauma-informed video series to educate the public about resiliency and protective factors that reduce the impact of trauma in our community. We partnered with the Erie Coalition for a Trauma-Informed Community, or ECTIC, to highlight the real experiences of people in our community. The videos premiered at the 7th Annual Trauma-Informed and Resilient Communities Conference and received much positive feedback. The video series is now available on our website and continues to serve as a training tool for families, individuals, and organizations. With the cancellation of our annual Bowl for Kids' Sake fundraiser, Big Brothers Big Sisters launched a new digital campaign called Connect for Kids. The campaign focused on the importance of maintaining mentoring relationships even when providing services virtually. The creation of a new landing page allowed us to continue to collect donations to support Big Brothers Big Sisters and also provide us the opportunity to recruit new mentors. Thank you to everyone who supported Big Brothers Big Sisters through Connect for Kids. In August, Big Brothers Big Sisters held its first ever virtual volunteer appreciation event. Volunteers received a certificate of recognition in the mail thanking them for their continued efforts to defend the potential of children. The virtual event, which can be viewed on our new website, celebrated our volunteers, sponsors, supporters, and donors. Last fiscal year, we proudly served 8,371 families and touched the lives of almost 15,000 individuals. I'd now like to introduce Jennifer Stewart, who will share with you an example of how Family Services of Northwest PA continues to keep people connected.
Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Stewart. I am the Family Services Executive Board Secretary. I'm excited to introduce you to a wonderful family involved in our new foster care program. Amy and Nikki recently became licensed foster parents. Since then, they have opened their home to multiple children. Here is their story.
I've had different relationships where I've raised kids, and I've always loved kids. Never end up having my own. So Amy and I have been together almost 2 years, and things kind of move fast, and we felt the same way with kids. We thought about adopting. We wanted a kid. So I actually know an employee that works for Family Services, and she sat down with us and talked about the program, and we decided that maybe foster care was the right route to go for us.
So my parents fostered the whole time that I was growing up. My little brother we adopted when he was 9 months old. We got him, adopted him when he was 2, and I think he's like 25 now. So, I mean, for me, it's always been a thing that I thought about. I met Nikki almost 2 years ago, and we just knew that we wanted to have kids, and you know, we met one of her friends who talked to us about fostering and realized that it was going to be the best way for us to go.
From Martine helping us get our foot into the door, and Melissa with the classes, and Scott was another one of our teachers, they were just very informative and reassured us that no matter what, you know, they were also there throughout the process and helped us understand everything.
You know, there's so many kids out there that need a loving home, and so I just wanted to be able to help somebody else out.
We decided to take in a 5-year-old boy. It was great. I mean, to see his face coming up to the door, you know, you could tell he was a bit nervous but excited, not knowing what to expect. And I'll never forget our faces when we first saw him, because we, you know, 5-year-old boy, we thought he was gonna be a tiny guy, and this giant kid comes walking up to our front door. But we knew it was going to be a lot of fun with him.
The first day he walked into our house and I said, "He's how old?" And they told us he was 5, and I said, "No." And we took him up to his room and I said, "So you're going to need a bigger bed," because we had a toddler bed. He wasn't going to fit in it. And he sat on my lap and he whispered, "I love you." And it just melted your heart. A kid that you didn't know, but could see that you gave him everything that he's ever wanted, a bed, toys to play with, and the only thing that he could say to you was, "I love you." So it really just melted your heart.
You know, we became a family instantly. You know, we've definitely had our ups and downs. It's especially, you know, our first kid, and with everything going on now, you know, we took to it, I thought, really well. Well, with the oldest, we're actually looking to adopt right now. We actually sat down with him 2 weeks ago after talking with OCY and Family Services, and knowing that they are all on board before saying anything to the child. And knowing his background, we know that he completes our family. He's a big part of our family, and we love him, and we're truly hoping everything goes through for us. And the baby we're very connected with. We absolutely love him, but we also know that, there's a big chance that he's going back to his mom, which, hopefully things work out if they do.
Family Services has been wonderful, from emails at 2 o'clock in the morning just because that's what time I was up thinking of a question and they're replying back to us, to, weekly phone calls making sure that we're doing okay, to, just kind of activities to help us out during the pandemic when you have a 5-year-old who can't go anywhere or do anything, giving us ideas of things to be able to do for him. So they've just been totally wonderful on everything.
Family Services has impacted us in a positive way. As I said, it's completed our family. We absolutely love it, and this is a great program. I hope that more people become involved. It's heartbreaking to see so many kids that need a place to go, and to make a change, a difference in one kid's life just means the world to us.
Without having Family Services in our life, we wouldn't have the joy of having children in our home 24/7.
Thank you, Amy and Nikki, for sharing your inspiring story. I'm Jenny Weigold-Geertsen with UPMC Health Plan, and we're so proud to partner with Family Services to bring you the 2020 annual meeting. We know we're gathering virtually instead of in person this year, and though we would all rather be celebrating together, we're so pleased that you chose to spend some time with us today to learn more about the great work Family Services has been doing in our community over the last year. At UPMC Health Plan, we know health begins at home. Healthy communities, strong families, yield healthy individuals, and that's why the work of Family Services, transforming lives and those of our community, is so important. And this year, particularly, where the home has become the center of our universe, the work that Family Services does to reach so many people that need the extra support has become even more critical. Thank you for your support of the organization. Thank you to everyone employed at Family Services for all that you do to make our communities healthier and stronger. And now I'd like to introduce Liz McCormick to present the 2020 Legacy Award.
Good morning. My name is Elizabeth McCormick. I am a member of the Executive Board and Development Committee. We are so happy to be honoring those in our community who have played a major role in the success of our agency. I am especially excited to be presenting this year's Legacy Award to Janet Burkessel. I've known Jan for many years and volunteered alongside her at Family Services. Jan served as both a board member and a volunteer in our Mother-to-Mother program. This unique mentoring program worked with low-income women who faced challenges with parenting skills and relationship development. Jan mentored 2 young mothers and was a strong advocate for the program during her time as a volunteer. One of Jan's mentees reached out to us a few years ago to report that she had moved to Columbus, Ohio, and was doing very well. Her experience with Jan and the Mother-to-Mother program had been so positive that she was trying to create a similar mentoring program in Columbus. She credited much of her continued success and inspiration to her mentor, Jan. Jan served on the Family Services Executive Board for 6 years. During that time, she also served as the president of the Mother-to-Mother Advisory Board. One nomination noted her strong ability to facilitate meetings. Her engaging personality and ability to focus on what needed to be accomplished was recognized by everyone in the room. Jan made sure everyone felt welcomed and comfortable and ensured that each person had a voice in the discussion. In addition to her volunteer work at Family Services, Jan was involved with several other organizations, including Mercyhurst Prep, St. George Church, and the Regional Cancer Center. It is with my greatest pleasure that I present the Legacy Award to Janet Burkessel.
I am so honored to be the recipient of the 2020 Family Services of Northwest Pennsylvania Legacy Award. When you're 85 years old, you begin to wonder about what you will leave behind. Your family, friends, and accomplishments become more and more important to you. When I received the phone call telling me that I had been selected, I was absolutely speechless. It's been a few years since I was active with Family Services of Northwest Pennsylvania, aside from supporting some of their activities. My association with this wonderful organization goes back many years. From the time I began volunteering as a mentor to women in the Mother to Mother program, I have always been so impressed with the many people they are able to support and help. I even used some family services counseling myself during a couple ripples in my life. I then was a representative on the board of directors for the Mother to Mother program. I also ran the meetings for the Mother to Mother board. When the program was discontinued due to other services being available for the women, I was asked to stay on as a regular member on the board of directors. I thoroughly appreciated all my time on that board and the wonderful members I was privileged to work with. Those were very important years to me, and I stayed on until my husband became ill with Alzheimer's disease. To this day, I miss that very special part of my life. Each year, when I receive the annual report for Family Services of Northwest Pennsylvania, I am so pleased and proud of all the things they have accomplished and all of the people they have helped. I thank God for the privilege of all my associations with Family Services of Northwest Pennsylvania and all of the wonderful folks I have worked with. Thank you very much.
My name is Ed Altoff. I am a member of the Executive Board and the Development Committee. I will be presenting this year's Philanthropy Award to the Ainsworth Foundation. At the end of last fiscal year, we were thrilled to learn that the Ainsworth Foundation had awarded Family Services a grant for operational support in Meadville and Crawford County. Although services were being provided using telehealth, many of our clients were still struggling to overcome the countless new challenges associated with the pandemic. Several of those families turned to Family Services for help and additional support. While our team in Meadville worked hard to support these families, the requests for assistance continued to increase. It was then that we received notification of the grant from the Ainsworth Foundation, which will be used to support families in need in times of crisis or emergency by covering costs for a concrete item or service that families are unable to purchase on their own. The funding to support our families in Crawford County could not have come at a better time. We are incredibly grateful to the Ainsworth Foundation for supporting Family Services and giving us the opportunity to provide additional support to those we serve. It is with great pleasure that I present the Philanthropy Award to the Ainsworth Foundation.
Good morning, my name is Lisa Graff and I'm a member of the Executive Board and serve on the Big Brothers Big Sisters Advisory Board. This year's Outstanding Volunteer Award goes to Molly Fritz, a volunteer with our North Star Mentoring Program, which is part of our Independent Living Program. Molly was the first mentor to join North Star Mentoring and was matched with Angelina. Although the program was brand new, Molly took a chance and joined with an open mind and a true willingness to help. Over the past year and a half, despite many challenges faced by Angelina, Molly continues to stand by her side and provide guidance and support. The relationship they have is uniquely special, and Molly shows up for Angelina in ways that no other person could. Despite the pandemic, Molly made sure to acknowledge Angelina's birthday by creating a video montage of people who are significant in her life. She presented Angelina with a video, flowers, candy, and cupcakes. On this particular birthday, Angelina had been kicked out of her mother's home and was sitting on the front step waiting for a ride when the birthday presents arrived. If not for Molly, Angelina's birthday would have gone largely unacknowledged. In her nomination, Molly was acknowledged for always going the extra mile. She encourages Angelina to value herself and her body, especially when it comes to her relationships with men. According to the nominee, Molly is the type of mentor that any person would be extremely lucky to have. I'm honored to present this year's Outstanding Volunteer Award to Molly Fritz.
I would first like to thank the North Star Mentoring Team for the nomination. I'm absolutely honored to be this year's Family Services of Northwest PA Outstanding Volunteer Award. The North Star Mentoring Program has meant a lot to me since its inception. Being the first program matched nearly 2 years ago, I've come to understand just how underserved our youth are at this age level and how much they really just need a strong voice and life champion in their corners to become successful adults. I'm deeply committed to both the North Star Mentoring Program and to my amazing mentee, Angelina. We've come a long way from our first meeting in near silence to talking all about that tea. Angelina feels comfortable reaching out to me for life's big things and little things because she knows I will be there and I will always listen and offer guidance when needed. I feel extremely blessed to be her mentor, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for her.
Before we wrap up, it's my privilege to present the Outstanding Staff Award. This award honors a current employee of Family Services of Northwest PA who demonstrates ongoing leadership and commitment to the mission and values of the agency. We received 61 nominations for 45 different staff who were submitted by our agency employees. I'd like to first recognize all of our 2020 nominees. On behalf of our Board of Directors and Senior Leadership Team, I am pleased to announce that this year's Outstanding Employee is Doug Golombieski from our MIS department. Doug received multiple nominations for this award. According to one nomination, Doug has been a wonderful help and is always kind and patient with staff. He's assisted me for hours during the pandemic to get connected, stay connected, and more. Another nomination noted Doug has been nothing but short of amazing with how responsive he has been and continues to be with the agency's technological issues. Prior to COVID-19, Doug was always willing to immediately help us in the conference room with our technology issues. During COVID-19, Doug and the MIS team continued to go above and beyond to immediately respond to any ongoing issues. Another nominee said Doug even made himself available during the weekend to help a clinician with computer issues in order for her to deliver the much needed telehealth session to her clients. Every single issue I have had during the past year has been acknowledged immediately and is usually fixed on the spot. I am honored to present this year's Outstanding Staff Award to Doug Golombieski.
Wow, I want to thank everyone at the agency. They've been awesome. I really want to thank the admin team and my boss, Michelle Kasegi, as well as Mike Lavin. They are a big part of the team as well. And of course, we can't forget our new full-time employee, Tyler Lastman. I'm privileged to receive this award, and I again thank every one of you. Thank you.
This concludes the 2020 virtual annual meeting of Family Services. I'd like to once again thank our sponsors. I would also like to recognize our Development Committee for helping to plan this virtual event. Thank you to all who joined us today. We are grateful for your support and look forward to seeing you all in person again soon.